same time, and I was, oh my God, no. Niner fam. You know how I used to get my holler at the end of the show? I'm feeling so pumped up today. I can't wait till after the show. Niners! We're looking good. I'm telling you right now, things are falling into place, and I love it when a good plan comes together. Number one, I know. I'm telling you, Mike, don't get mad at me, man, but all I want is for Kyle to have what he wants. If he wants Kirk, it looks like he's about to get Kirk. Give that boy Kirk, man. Let that bromance get started. Let him get Kirk over there and start running down them 15 title plays so Kirk can say, Kyle, you know I know all these things. Come on, man. Let's get out of the field. Let's play some ball, bro. You know, I want that. And then he's going to lead everybody out there. It speeds the process so we can get into winning football. I don't want him teaching anybody anything. Let's go. Because do you realize what this means? This means instead of everybody's, well, the 49ers will be 4 years before they even get into contention. Fuck that. We'll be in contention in 2 seasons. Minimum. You don't believe it? You wait and see. And we'll get the right pieces around them. The defense, as you can see, is starting to build. And the offense is just about who's going to say, okay, 49ers. And listen, the wide receivers are already going to listen to the 49ers because John's going to say, hey. Last year, number 1 in passing percentage, number 3 in total yards. He's going to be throwing the ball to you, sir. You know how good you're going to look behind that offensive line we're going to be building, and also you got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball to you. You could be one of the premier guys at the Pro Bowl next year. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, John, if you put it like that, well, shit, where do you want me to sign, man? Fantasize. I got to write the fantasize. Hey, look on the phone right now. Rich, down in SoCal. Rich.
Ronbo! What's going on, Ronbo?
Doing all right, Rich. Again, Rich, get that mic closer, man. Pump up the volume on there, man. I want to hear everything you got to say. Go ahead, Rich. What are you thinking, man, about this day, the first day of free agency?
Well, I'm excited. But Dave's gone and Torrey Smith's gone, and now we just got to fill that quarterback spot.
Did you just diss?
Hopefully,
you just diss Torrey Smith?
Hopefully, we can do it in the draft.
Hey, are you really happy Torrey Smith left? How happy are you that Torrey Smith left? I'm taking field polls on that. Because I feel bad for Torrey Smith. Rich, don't you feel bad for Torrey? Because the fact is, what if?
I kind of feel bad for him, but it's just, man, we need receivers, man. We need tall receivers. We need Julio Jones receivers.
There's only one Julio, but you know what I got a kick out of. You're right about one thing though, because it seems Kyle already said, I need my receivers to specifically fit certain criterion, and apparently Torrey didn't check all the boxes. So, goodbye, correct. Torrey. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and then they made a couple of comments too, saying that he was a little bit of a distraction in the locker room, man.
Oh,
he helmet a couple times and got upset he threw his elbow at Gabbert because he missed him when he was wide open for a touchdown. And, yeah, they said he was a little bit of a distraction.
Did you say he threw his helmet at Gabbert?
Yeah. Gabbert, he missed him wide open.
I didn't know Torrey had a bad temper.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I guess he was upset because he missed him. I guess he said he was wide open for a touchdown.
And he's talking about that Dallas. I bet he's talking about that Dallas game too, Rich. Remember Torrey was wide open?
Oh, yeah.
And Gabbert missed him by miles?
Yeah, exactly. Man, I think that was probably the game, man.
It had to be. Right. Torrey had his man beat by 3 or 4 strides. And Gabbert throws the ball 40 miles wrong. Undershot him.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, I understand his pain there. So he needs a quarterback. He needed a quarterback. I want to get
into this the quarterback situation. Hopefully we don't. I don't really want Kirk Cousins, man. I'd rather just get somebody to draft or re-sign Cap, man, for about a year. I mean, I don't know. Kirk Cousins, he just doesn't do it for me.
Okay, but still, Rich, man. I just want you to examine this fact for just a moment. Kyle Shanahan discovered Kirk Cousins. He discovered him years ago. He worked him, and he knows what he's capable of. Kirk Cousins last year almost passed for 5,000 yards. Nobody came close to beating him in percentages. Why would you not want that? I want to even get for people who are just anti-Kirk. Why would you not want a man who already knows the Kyle, it's a new dance. He already knows the Kyle style. Why would you want anybody else? Why do you want to teach somebody new to come in and learn those 15-word plays? He passes for half of Kirk's yardage. He don't know nothing. He's going to set us back a year. Why would you want that?
I'm going to explain to you why.
All right.
Because he hasn't really proven himself, man. I mean, every time he gets down to the big games, he falls apart. Look what happened in Arizona, man. No, I'd rather go in another direction.
You'll change.
We're getting the cancer out. The day's gone.
You'll change.
Gone. We're cleaning up that locker room, man.
You'll change. Anyway, the locker room's changing, though.
He's probably going to come in all gun-ho, but I just feel, man, once we him as a clutch player, I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
I do, especially under Shanahan.
Fall apart, throw interceptions.
Under Shanahan, you're going to see a different quarterback. Kirk was good last year and the year before. Not like he's about to be in his third year as a pro starter. I'm telling everybody, I'm going down on record right now. The Cousins hate will change to love very, very soon. People got to realize this ain't Gruden. We ain't talking about Gruden. We're talking about Kyle style. The man is going to change what you've seen last year into something way different, way better. I like talking that shit.
I'm not. For me, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I know you're gonna try to sell him on me, but
no. He'll sell you.
In the red and gold.
He'll sell you.
Cousins.
Yeah.
No.
And, all right. Go ahead. Now, what else you want to jump on?
No. That's it, man. I kind of want to get Trez's opinion on the quarterback when he gets on here.
Oh, Trez. So, he ain't got nothing nice to say about no Kurt. I guarantee you that. I tell you what.
Pretty fast.
I tell you what, Rich. I'm gonna go ahead and get you to hang up because our line's full. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get you to hang up, and I'm gonna go to Trez, and you listen, man. Here comes Trez. Here comes Trez right now.
All right.
Oh, here comes. Let me wait. Let me back up. All right, Trez. Come and get me, Trez. Come and get me. Trez.
I cannot believe you on this train. I can't believe it. I cannot believe you is on this Kirk Cousins train the way you own it.
I own it. I'm riding double stops. I bought 2 tickets.
I'm really surprised at you. I am really surprised.
I ain't getting off this train, Trez.
Let's go. Kirk Cousins never been up for defense. For MVP. Has he ever been up for MVP?
He ain't been in the league. He ain't been in the league long enough.
What? He ain't been in the league long enough.
He's been starting for 2
years. You gotta spend.
He's been starting for 2 years.
Okay.
He's a 2-year.
Dak Prescott was in the mention.
A 2-year starter. 2 years, and what has he done? He's led the league in category.
MVP.
Mr. Trez.
I said Dak Prescott was in the running for MVP as a rookie.
Yeah.
And you tell me Kirk ain't been in the league long enough.
Hey, Trez, on that point, let me amplify in that direction as well. If you put Kirk Cousins behind that offensive line down in Texas, I wonder what he'd have done. Because I'm looking now, I'm thinking Kirk Cousins led in percentages, damn near passed for 5,000 yards. If I put him behind Dallas's offensive line, I guess he goes ahead and gets him 7,000 to 8,000. I believe in that boy, and I believe in it because Kyle is going to shape him into something even bigger than he is now. That's what I'm talking about.
You keep saying Kyle. You keep saying what Kyle knows that these other coaches don't know. That's what I want to know. What?
The same thing he knew. Hey, wait a minute. We got somebody taking a bath. Let me see if I can get him to
I think Dak's taking a piss.
Yeah. Guys, let's remember your microphone is zooming in on the show. All right, let's get it. Trez, let's get back to that point. Okay, now, what were you saying?
I'm saying you act like Kyle has the key to turn Kirk Cousins on to be this MVP player. He does not hold the key. Kyle Cal is coming in to do what Cal got to do, be the head coach of the 49ers, take us in the direction we need to go to get back to what his franchise is, and that's at the top.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Belong.
Let me ask you this question, Trez. When was the last time that Kyle Shanahan had a sorry-ass quarterback? When was the last time?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I mean, but I never followed Kyle Shanahan.
I have.
Up until a couple of years ago.
Some of the guys that have had their best years.
So I can't.
See, you need to do, Trez, look back into that boy's history. This is not an average man, Trez. Buoye had his best year with Kyle. Schwab had his best year with Kyle. RG3 had his best year with Kyle. It goes on. I don't even need to tell you about Matt Ryan. Come on, Trez. Come on here.
Okay, what happened? What happened to Kirk Cousins up on the Shanahan?
He hasn't been with Kirk. He's been with Gruden. That's Gruden.
But
now you bring it.
I thought they worked together at one point.
Yeah, in his first season.
Washington?
In his first season, when he only barely got to play because RG3 was the man. He was busy trying to make RG3 a hero. That almost worked. Trez, you've got no faith in a man that's a guru.
Sir.
You gotta give him his props.
Look, I got to talk about what our team. I'm off this Kirk Cousins. I want to talk about what our team did today. We got rid of that dead weight from Torrey Smith.
Yeah.
And we got rid of that dead weight from Antoine Bethea.
Thank you.
Which I said need to be gone. But I just wish we'd have packaged Torrey Smith up in a trade and at least got a feel for a full pick. I mean, just flat out cut him and let him go. I wasn't too keen on that.
You could have got a trade for Antoine too, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, we weren't gonna get nothing.
You could have got a round 7 pick.
We won't even get a broke down clause on that.
Maybe a round 7 pick.
I'll tell you that now.
Round 7 pick, you could use it for a trade.
Hey, they'd gave us a round 10 pick, the pick that don't exist
for 2 years. You're right. So let him walk.
We headed in the right direction, man. They're looking at this roster and they seeing the dead weight and moves are being made. Now all that stay tuned for they gave us stay tuned. Like we gonna jump out here to day 2 and make some major moves. I don't call major moves cutting players. I mean, I want to see somebody start flying now.
But clearing space,
okay,
Trez.
Where y'all at?
Clearing space and gaining cash. Do you know they're back up to 99 million after getting rid of losing Bethea and Torrey Smith? So you know what? It's all a cash plan, and then come on in, guns a-blazing, probably sometime tonight and tomorrow. My guess.
Well, the little money that we gave Curly is really just substituting for what we letting go with Torrey. That's why I wish we would have got something for it. Because that extension they just gave him is the same amount of money that Torrey was gonna make anyway. So it ain't nothing but an even swap, no swindle right there.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't lose no money on signing Curly though. So that's a good thing.
We didn't lose no money, but I mean really we won a significant game. We could have gained something from it though. We could have gained a pick out of this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody else finna get him for nothing.
I know. But you know what's a nice thing to do? He's a nice guy and no point in hassling and because if they'd have went and traded him to somewhere he didn't want to go, that'd have been cool. But he's going to Philly. I mean, he's on the train to Philly right now.
Ronbo, I understand all that, but this is a business. You know what I'm saying? This is the NFL saying for not for long when you make that damn decision.
Felt sorry for him.
And when they went and did that today, to me that was a bad decision we made. Even though we had getting rid of him was a positive thing. But we could have got something for him.
True.
So we lost. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that being a game. That's all. And then quarterback, I see now, I'm thinking we probably are going to pick up a veteran. I don't know how this thing going to fall out. But I'm saying still we get a veteran and then draft the quarterback. I still want to draft the quarterback.
Keep your fingers crossed, Trez. You may get your wish. It ain't no guarantee, man, because, Washington is trying their best to get something. The 49ers ain't giving it up, so,
Yeah, they want a first-round pick. Who's going to get them a first-round pick for Kirk Cousins? Come on, man. We'd be stupid.
Well, the thing
We
is,
can't play that game now. When, like you said, we wait a year and we get him for nothing.
But remember, Trez,
that's what I'm saying. We got to be smart about it.
Gotta be, but
and
you
do it
know,
correctly.
this draft is so jam packed with talent. It's not a big deal, really. But hey,
It is jam packed. Because I watched my boy the combine. I can't pronounce the name right. Malafulu.
Oh, man, hey,
I told you
Trez, isn't that the guy you was telling me about
man.
weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, that boy showed out, man. Showed out.
Jabril Peppers even had to
mean,
tweet about him. Trez, we gotta go, man. We got 30 million people all sitting here got something to say, Trez. I'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow doing the same thing.
I'm gonna clear the line and wait and listen for everybody, man. You know, everybody like, get off the Kirk Cousins bandwagon, man. That ain't the direction we need to go in. I'm telling y'all, man. Don't listen to wrong. Don't try to listen. I'm on.
Kirk. Trez,
Yeah, look.
I'll see you tomorrow. Trez, I'm gonna have a cake. Good night, Trez. Rick.
Good night.
And Rick.
What up, man?
Yo, Rick. Hey, Rick, can I get some more volume on your microphone there, man? Can't hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
All right, I got you.
Oh, yeah. Everything's right now. Okay.
All this Kirk Cousins hate, man. I don't get it, man.
I'm telling you, man, I'm confused, Rick.
don't
Let's
get it
compare
either,
notes. What are you thinking about Kirk Cousins? I mean, where are the benefits?
Right. As far as I'm looking at Kirk Cousins, the reason that they're going after him so hard as they are, willing to spend the money on the guy, is because the only 2 seasons he's fully started, he's a winner. The guy puts up numbers. Look at his touchdown. Look at his yardage, completion percentage. You put that kind of quarterback with the offensive genius that Kyle Shanahan is, you're going to be kicking some ass. You bring in some weapons around that guy, you already know what you're going to get. This guy's going to light up the damn field. And as far as I'm concerned, we haven't had a quarterback like that since Cap took us to the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? I'm really excited about this guy. I think this guy come in and be an instant impact instead of drafting a rookie quarterback. Then we got to wait maybe even up to 3 to 4 years for this guy to even get Kyle system. By that time, it's just a lost cause. You got to get somebody that can win now, and then maybe next season get an even better quarterback in the draft and let him work under Kirk, see how things work. He can just smoothly roll in the system as when Kirk's done.
Because who knows? The kid drafted this year could be a bust. So, you know, wait till next year and get some, man. And how bad a shape would we be in there?
Everybody keeps saying that, too. Everybody keeps saying that next year's quarterback crop is a lot better than this year's. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm cool with letting Kirk take the reins this season, see what he can do with Kyle, learn the system, and then next year, things could go horribly wrong. You know what I'm saying? But at least we'd have that other option next season and go, okay, look, that didn't work. Let's get this rookie quarterback, which is a better class than this year.
See that?
Either way, it's a win-win.
Great minds think alike. Boy, I'm telling you right now, Rick, smoking. Okay, and Rick, just to be fair, do you see any negatives? And you don't have to make up any, but do you see any negatives?
Hey, Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just see the guy. I mean, look at his numbers, speak for themselves. My biggest thing I'm looking at is, like, the guy was winning with Washington, okay?
Yeah.
You got to bring in the NFC Super Bowl it would have been Super Bowl champion, NFC Falcons, bringing in Kyle Shanahan as the head coach. That guy is the best offensive mind, in my opinion,
In football.
right now in the game.
That's right.
You're going to give him Kirk Cousins to work with? Man, that's going to be a monster right there.
And Rick, don't forget, the Washington Skins didn't have a run game last year, and their defense was something like ours. So, you know,
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins is worth it. Whatever they're asking for, just give it to him, damn it.
Oh, he's definitely worth the money, man. Another thing, too, I keep hearing people talk about Carlos Hyde. For Carlos Hyde, how can you even think this guy is not a good running back? Look at the yards he put up with this crap-ass team we had this year.
Yep.
On a 2-14 team, your back almost had 1,000 yards rushing.
He would have, had he not been out. Easily. Carlos missed how many games, Rick? 3?
Yeah. And still almost had 1,000 yards rushing on a 2-14 team. We'll beat the Rams twice.
He was going to be a 1,300-yard running back this year easily. 12, at least 12. Because he didn't even finish that game, and he was going to cross over 1,000.
Definitely, man. I'm telling you, we got all these defensive free agents we're about to bring in.
Yeah.
That defense is going to be just like it was back in the day. We're going to be stopping people. Give Carlos the ball. You got time with Cousins back there, bring in some good free agent receivers. Man, we're going to be a whole new monster this year.
And as I say, I ain't in no mood to wait for no 3 years to train nobody, especially the quarterback, and wait to see if he can develop. And in the meantime, everybody's sitting in the stands saying, "Oh man, we lost another game, man." So yeah, forget that, bypass that, man. Go ahead and get the man you need. Let's go. Yes.
Exactly. We got to get these results going as soon as possible. Like I said, even if Kirk didn't work out for whatever reason, which would be crazy, you got next year's quarterback crop from college. So either way, you're going to have something to fall back on.
It's like you're saying, you'll run a risk if you have to by drafting next year. But this year, at least go a route that pretty much says it's going to work.
God.
I'm telling you.
So trash.
And honestly, man, I mean, if we're as impatient, just being fans, you really think that Jed Yorkson, like the guy has invested all this money. We're going into this free agency with almost $100 million in free agent money, if you want to put it that way. Cap space. The guy is he's not going to wait around for, let's waste $100 million and then maybe 5 years from now we'll win. No, he wants results now. That's why Kyle and John are doing what they're doing.
Tell you, man, coming out guns and blazing. Rick, thanks for that input, man. We got to clear the line. Looks like everybody's running in here today. All right, Rick. Have a good night, bro.
No problem, bro. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right.
Go Niners.
Yeah. Oh, Leo. Leo. Leo, come on in here, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
I'm telling you, man, it's free agents up, man. Watching the stars shine brighter and see who's going to sit down and put on that golden red uniform and have us saying things like, oh, I haven't said that in such a long time, unless I was mad like last year. But what do you think of Leo?
Well, I'm looking at the Kirk Cousins deal.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking the news every day. You hear something about it.
Yeah.
And what happened to Jimmy G? Did we just forget about him?
Gee, the Patriots are, I don't know, they're driving some kind of a strange deal that they will not deviate from. And, Belichick's probably saying, listen, I don't need to change this deal because as far as I'm concerned, I can keep the kid. If you guys want him, this is the price. And that's pretty much they're going hardcore on that. So, yeah, nobody's really looking at Jimmy G hard now. I understand a couple of teams were. Belichick blew him away. So, he may make a deal between now and tomorrow, but I don't know. Right now, it looks like it's no way.
Because, don't get me wrong, I like Kirk Cousins, but, I seen that video, a couple weeks ago.
Shut up.
Go ahead. Don't, let's not be rude, guys. Let the man finish talking. You get your chance. All right. Go ahead, Jack. Leo.
He goes off what's it called? He, I don't know, he, pushed a ref at some charity football game.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt about that. I don't know if you saw it.
Wait a minute. I heard you say something about a charity football game?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, he was playing some charity football game, and, he pushed the referee.
We're talking about Kirk Cousins?
I know he wants to win.
You're talking about Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, I missed that. Wait, you're saying Kirk Cousins was in a charity football game a couple of weeks ago and he shoved the referee? Did he look really serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he was serious.
Oh, it's a charity football game. I don't know. I kind of like that kind of competitive fire. Although he might want to tone it down if he's in a charity football game. I don't know. I didn't see that. Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see the game. I got no opinion on that, though. Did he hit or punch him or anything like that? Because...
Yeah, he just pushed him, yeah.
Yeah, and I will see. Okay, as long as he didn't hurt him really badly. Did he get ejected from the game?
I have no idea. I just saw the video. It was a 10-second clip.
All right. Yeah, I got no opinion on that. Now, if you want to talk about Mixon punching that girl out in that restaurant, I got an opinion about that because that's pretty serious. But Kirk Cousins shoving a ref in a charity game, I got no emotions on that one. But yeah. But go ahead. What else?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Buoye cut. I know he's been the plays and keep playing, but I think he was a good veteran leader. He did a lot for the community. So.
Yeah, he did. No, you know what? I stopped. I get on Bethea on isolated moments myself. During the games when he was having problems, I might say something about it. I didn't have an ongoing thing about Bethea. I see it on social media. People are bad-mouthing Bethea just nonstop. I never jumped on that. Because I figured Bethea's up in age and maybe just can't keep up as well anymore. I'm sure he didn't do what he did on purpose. So, yeah. Although we need to move on because we need, better talent is the only reason why. But you're right about everything else. Characters wise, he's a good guy, man. No doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Leo, anything?
All right, I'm out. I'll see you later, Ronbo.
All right, bro. Have a good night, Leo. Nello.
Hey, what up, Rumbo?
Nello, what do you want to add today, man?
I don't know. I just heard a lot more Kirk Cousins talk about the trade. That's really all I heard today, and that we cut Antoine Bethea, which I mean, or Antoine Bethea released himself. So I don't know.
Yeah, let's start using that more seriously. Let's not embarrass our boy any more than necessary. Now, let's go ahead and say Antoine Bethea actually released himself, was released today on his own recognizance.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Just I don't really know what to add about today. That's really all the stuff I saw.
Well, how do you like our chance of getting AJ Buoye?
AJ Buoye, I feel like we're up there with the contenders. With I believe the Texans are up there. We're up there, and then who else was up there? Jacksonville.
Yeah. As far as after AJ, yeah, he's got a bunch of people after him. I don't know how we're going to win that sweepstakes, but AJ's like ranked number 3 cornerback in the NFL. You put him back there along with Rashard Robinson. You go ahead and you draft Malik Hooker. You got a center fielder. You got Jimmy Ward. Just dash him down there and put him in the slot. Oh, we got a lot of guys covering that slot, but the defense could be like. It's like this, Nello. If they get also McClain down in the front, we got the front line that's coming together to look like we have that kind of a defense where we got lots of push down in front, and we would be the best secondary in the league if they get Buoye over here. So it's
no. I totally agree. But with that number 2 pick, I want us to get Malik Hooker, and then have our corners Rashard and maybe Tremaine Brock and then Jimmy Ward in the slot. I feel like that would be good. So I don't really see us getting Buoye or
that's gonna be hard.
Stephon Gilmore or any other corner.
Well, yeah, you never know, because these guys, you give them the right price, and I hope the 49ers don't overpay. But yeah, it's really funny. You mentioned Tremaine Brock. They've not said anything about Tremaine. Everybody that's walking so far, every 49er fan, oh God, yes, thank you, God. But how bad did we talk about Tremaine Brock last year? No.
Brock was average. He wasn't bad. He wasn't straight awful. But I mean, I'd like our secondary to be better. But this draft is so high on cornerbacks. I don't see us overpaying on a Buoye or Gilmore or that guy from the Patriots, Logan Ryan. I don't know. Just personally.
I wouldn't go that direction either. So Yeah. Are you gonna go for Dont'a?
Brock was awful.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for. Are you talking about Hightower or Dont'a Poe?
Both. Give me both. You give me both Dante's, Nello, and I'll be one happy dude. God.
Yeah, me too. I feel like our front 7 needs a lot more work than our secondary. People are talking about corners and this and that, but really I feel like it's our front 7 we need to work on, not our corners. Our corners were decent last year. They weren't awful like our front 7.
Yeah, no.
And injuries did plague our front 7 last year, so
absolutely. Absolutely. You get that front 7 push, you're right. I'm just concerned, and that inside linebacker position, now that's going to triple up back there. I'm just hoping that they can get the right pieces in place. So, yeah.
And now I want to talk about AJ Buoye a little more.
Go ahead.
About how he's a little bit overrated. Okay.
There's the word,
all right,
overrated.
All right. He only started, half a season, maybe a couple games more than that.
Okay.
And he had the best defense in the NFL to work with. He had a good pass rush. You bring him over here to San Francisco.
I got to give it to him.
As of now, we don't really have a good pass rush. I feel like that really helped him.
Yeah.
His other buddies on the defense helped him out a lot.
Yeah.
And then if you look at it, people say don't get Mitch Trubisky because he only started 1 season.
Yeah.
AJ Buoye is an undrafted free agent. He only started half a season. So.
Yellow.
Boom.
True.
God, you just poured water on my smoking, man. I don't even want AJ Buoye after hearing you talk, man. What are you, some kind of a lawyer? I quit. Don't get Buoye.
I wouldn't mind Buoye, but he's like the best corner. So you're gonna overpay for a man that's only started 8 or 9 games. I don't know exactly, with a good sounding defense. I don't feel like he's a true lockdown corner. I would rather us bring in Gilmore from the Bills. But personally, I wouldn't want us getting a cornerback in free agency. Let's get the front 7 going. Our secondary is fine right now. So, and then you go work on the secondary maybe next year.
I feel foolish. I feel like I've been bitch slapped. You know what the thing is? You're right. I take it back. You're right. Boy, if he did have the Texans have one of the best rushes.
Yeah.
In football in years. Brady doesn't want to play them again. And actually, the Patriots know damn well if it wasn't for Osweiler, Tyler's favorite quarterback, they would have beaten the Patriots to death. So, okay. Move on from Buoye. Let me scratch him off my list. All right.
Yeah. Scratch him and any other corner off your list.
Yeah.
If anything in the secondary, we should go out and get Malik Hooker with the number 2 overall pick. We don't trade it away. And then our secondary is fine. You know, maybe you bring Kwaski Tart in the box. You know, we've already talked about that here. That's old news. So, that's how I feel about AJ Buoye and other cornerbacks in free agency.
No, I don't even want to talk anymore, man. That's it. I'm going to get somebody else. Here I was all excited about AJ Buoye. I talked to Nello, and now I think Buoye's trash too. All right, let's go to Mike. Mike.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Mike, I was doing all right up until a few minutes ago, man, until I got schooled on AJ Buoye, man. I thought I had – I mean, the 49ers are going after Buoye all out. And now I'm thinking about it, and God dang, yeah. We've already got guys as good as Buoye, most likely. But, Mike, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, well, let's think about it. We got everybody's saying Malik Hooker, but if you look at it, Malik Hooker is the defensive version of Mitch Trubisky. He's only played 1 year in college as a starter.
There's a comparison. Defensive Mitch Trubisky?
No, he didn't. He played 2 years.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Mike. Is that right?
He barely played this first year. He had maybe 2 games as a starter.
Okay. All right. All right, go ahead, man. I could continue to amplify on your point then. Go ahead.
And he can't tackle.
If we get a second,
there's another point, man.
Go ahead. If we get a secondary player, I think it would be I'd want a Jamal Adams or who's that the kid from UConn that basically
nobody can pronounce his name, but it's
Mwanu, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Everybody knows who you're talking about. 6'3" or 4" or something like that. Athletic freak. Yeah, we know. You like that?
Yeah, he can fly around the field too for a big guy.
Yeah. Led his team in tackles.
The other safety I'm looking at is Buda Baker out of Washington.
Yeah.
He reminds me because he's an Earl Thomas, but younger.
Yeah. See, that's what we're talking about. Guys, because we're going to have a 4-3, you got to have a guy with closing speed, which is the only reason why Hooker is so appealing. Hooker can laser in on, he knows where that ball's going, and he's there right now. That's the appeal about Hooker. Thomas. But he gets in a lot of trouble about his tackling, though. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. But go ahead.
But then I do agree with Nello on the fact about that our front 7 and how AJ Buoye is he did play 8 or 9 games, and he had the best defense in the league, and he still got flagged 50% of the time for pass interference because he was holding.
That doesn't look good, does it? All right.
Yeah.
I've already scratched AJ off my list, so okay. You guys got me convinced. Leave AJ alone. I didn't see the Texans play enough, so all right.
The other thing I'm looking at is since free agency started today, we've cut our only wide receiver at this moment. Actually, 2 wide receivers are Curley that are good and Patton, and those are 2 speed guys. We have no one that's a big possession big man.
But Mike, we're just getting started, bro. And also, you got to keep in mind. Yeah, you got to keep in mind. You got who knows? Eric Rodgers might be a a gem we didn't even know about, and he got Smelter. He could be okay. There's some guys who were laid up last year, and the only reason they didn't get cut is because they were hurt last year, right along with Bruce Ellington. The 49ers are being very fair about this. Guys that didn't participate last year are going to be kept around to take a look at. They could be cut in the first round of the cuts. And then you got Bruce Ellington. Bruce is on thin ice as well. So anybody who started last year and played all season was punished, and anybody who did a good job last year got rewarded. This is the way it looks like to me. So
only Curly.
Yeah, and Curly got paid, and everybody else was punished. So yeah.
So I'm hoping that John is out there in the free agency the next couple of days throwing money at anybody that Terrell, Marshall, Gordon.
Oh, guaranteed. Those guys have already been listed on the to-do list. You know, it's about who they're gonna listen to, because they got people coming after them right and left. Who can sell them is what it is. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a shot at that quarterback competition. I know everybody's on the Kirk Cousins train.
I know not everybody. There's a few people that don't like Kirk Cousins. You got down in SoCal. Rich is definitely not a Kirk Cousins fan, and Trez is the most famous Kirk Cousins hater that I know of. So yeah, no. Whatever wagon you jump on, there's plenty of people on it already. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Trez happy right now. I'm gonna side with him because I know everybody's saying, yeah, we need a quarterback that can throw, but I don't want to give a quarterback that. I don't want to give him $20 to $25 million to come in and be the kind of guy we need when we can pick someone that could be him in probably a year under Shanahan in the draft for like way less.
Okay. Now justify waiting a year. This is the only thing I have with the anti-Kirk Cousins movement. Justify for me why I need to wait a year. And also, Mike, next year you draft that quarterback. That's another year. That's a 3-year project that may not even work out. I already know what I got with Kirk Cousins. Now give me a reason why I need to believe that. I believe Nello, because believe me, I'm flexible. I believe Nello about A.J. Buoye. But this argument you're giving me now, this is weak. Give me something better than that. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, well, see, he did, I guess he did have, I guess I would say Kirk Cousins had weapons. It might not be the best weapon in the league, but he had Deshaun, Garcon, he had Jordan Reed, I would say the best tight end in the league. And we have Vance McDonald, a guy that can kind of catch. We paid him way too much money in Jeremy Curley, who I'm happy with.
Now, let me ask you, Mike. Do you really believe the 49ers are going into this season with nothing but Vance McDonald and Jeremy Curley?
No.
I don't believe that. Right now I'm seeing us drafting a wide receiver second overall because I don't think we're going to get anybody that's like the big names. I see we get somebody, but I don't think we get anybody huge.
Okay, but that's a speculation, see? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every quarterback in the league that's done a good job had to have weapons. It's not limited just to Kirk Cousins. There is no such thing as a quarterback with no weapons that does a good job. So you give him his weapons, you try to find some for him, and then you go from there. Is that something that you don't agree with, or give me some more?
I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna please Nello with my quarterback pick though for the draft.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm listening.
My man, Brad Kaya.
My man Brad. Hell yeah.
He did well. I understand he did well in the combine. They ranked him as number. Yeah, they said he was number 3. No, you didn't know about that?
No. Brad did awful at the combine, but truthfully,
he got
the combine
ranked.
Don't mean shit.
They say Deshaun was like the most impressive, and also he and both Trubisky were the most impressive, and Brad flew in there at number 3. Mahomes was way down the list. I was shocked. Anyway, all right, Mike, let me let you go there, and we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be seeing as far as the progress goes on the combine, the free agency period. So come on back tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. All right.
Great thinking, Mike.
See you guys later.
All right, Mike. All right, Jack. It's your time. Here comes Jack. I know whose side he's on. Go ahead, Jack.
Oh, Cleveland, we're coming for you, and we are about to surpass you with more cash up that ass. It's cracking, baby. Hey, I like the way that boy Mike is thinking. And if any of you guys want to see the difference between Jamal Adams and that boy Malik Hooker, go on YouTube. And the person you want to check out is Brett Coleman. He breaks it down better than anybody. The
he's
film
good.
room, he's gonna break it down better than anybody. And you can see what I'm talking about. Anybody, if he goes out, if a running back goes outside, Malik Hooker is prone to miss that tackle. But that's not what we're talking about today. Even though I'm going to add on something in the end, but we got to sign all these low budget free agents, Ronbo. Fuck all this AJ Buoye stuff. He's a bad man.
Yeah, I know. I'm convinced of that now.
How about get Terrelle Revis in for 1 year, and then have him teach Robinson how to really play this game? And you know what? He don't want to go out his whole career in the New York tabloids being laughed at. He's going to fight and end his career with some success. And John Lynch is going to light a fire under his ass. People like this shit. Bring in Dwight Freeney on a 1 year deal. Shit, bring all these 1 year all these leaders, the ones that are winning, and then sign somebody like Martellus Bennett on a sources say 9 years per year he's asking or will be getting. So things like that. And there's a lot of these low budget guys that
I know, but Jack,
without breaking the bank.
Jack, you're starting to sound like Trent, though.
I'm starting to sound like Trent, but superstars.
You can't shop low.
Superstars in at the same time. We can't spend all this cash because we could groom in an AJ Buoye if we get the right leadership, the right teachers.
I'm over Buoye. But you can't get me anybody 26 or 27 years old from there. I mean, in any of those other positions. I mean, I can draft a big tight end better than Bennett right now. I've seen several in the draft.
There are a few, but we got different needs than just tight end, my man. You can only draft so many players.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get Bennett. That's too much. That's unnecessary spending. You don't think so?
No. I think he is a good tight end. I think he's really good.
He's great.
And there's a lot of these folks that can groom these other. Maybe make Vance McDonald play a little harder, because when you're Vance McDonald, you're the number one, and then you got that boy who's behind him again. His brother plays for the Eagles. Selleck. You got Selleck over there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be jogging rather than sprinting. If you got somebody like Martellus Bennett, you're going to fight. That's what I'm saying. If you got Terrelle Revis there, Robinson is going to fight more because. What's his name? Is it Mike Evans, who he shut down in college, that being Robinson. But then when we did play the Buccaneers, Mike Evans, I don't know if you guys noticed, but, this is because Robinson's learned from Tremaine Brock. He got his ass whooped against Mike Evans this last year. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't look good.
But, listen,
but again, though,
Kirk
Jack, how about
Cousins
the upfront pass rush? I got a feeling our secondary suffered mainly because of what Nello was talking about. Was that Mike? Who was that was talking about our upfront pass rush? We didn't have one. So that makes every cornerback's game go down at least a notch. So this is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. But we're gonna. Yo, what's up?
I want to talk about Jamal Adams and Malik Hooker. Now, I like them both, but in our system, we're doing the 4-3 Seattle defense.
Yeah.
Now, where would Jamal Adams play in that? Would you put him at free safety or in the box?
Good question. Because you're not going to put him in center field, Jack.
Great question, but I'm putting his ass in the fucking box. I want him to be a punisher in the motherfucking box to set the tone, baby. And you know what, Ronbo, before this was a couple months ago, I said Jamal Adams is better than Myles Garrett. Can you state that for the record that Jack said that?
Let get the jurors. Let that statement be official. All right.
Okay. So I said, now if you go on NFL.com, okay, I'm not the only guy. Maybe more than one team has him higher than Myles Garrett. Did you know that?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's special.
They
That
have
is special.
him rated number 1 in this whole fucking draft. Now, when they told me I couldn't go to Europe and succeed, Rombo, I said, you know what? I said, fuck all the doubt. I'm not jumping on anybody's bandwagon. I'm doing this and I'm succeeding. I just bought me a hot tub. I'm feeling great. Jamal Adams
Are
is
you
going to
sitting
make
in it
us
now?
feel great. So Nello, no, I got out of it just a little while ago. But listen, Nello, he's playing in the box. Is on some different formation, maybe kick him out, or slide him in a slot. But this guy is gonna set that fucking tone, baby. And
I totally agree.
Yeah. So and to finish it off, so you know what I'm saying. I want to say with the Kirk Cousins thing, I did say get Romo in for 1 year to teach somebody, but Ronbo is selling me a little bit more and making it a little bit more of an easy transition. Cousins, if we get some big targets like Terrelle Pryor and draft somebody or whatever. So
it makes sense. It makes
so
sense.
Let's leave it at that, guys. And I'm gonna have a great morning. You guys have a great evening. And just remember, Jack was the guy who told you guys Jamal Adams is gonna be better than Myles Garrett. And now NFL teams feel the same way. God bless you. And God bless the 49ers. I'm gone.
All right, Jack. Thanks, man. Have a great night, Jack. Get into that hot tub. All right, let's go. It's 650. You're in Redwood City, California, where beef is king. Redwood.
That me?
Hey, did I get Redwood City mixed up with King City? I think I did. Yeah. Redwood City. No, yeah, you're right. I did get mixed up. All right. Redwood City, hello. What is your name?
Lieutenant Dan.
It's Lieutenant. It's Lieutenant. No, you've seen Lieutenant Dan online. Lieutenant Dan, it's out of his mind. I love it meeting him for the first time. Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Hello. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Chilling.
Well, Lieutenant Dan, you've seen what's going on the day, man. How you feeling it, man? Is it something that you're delighted with? Are you? Yeah, man, let's just get the first day. So just give me a feel of how you're feeling about it.
I read today that we could, with the number 2 overall pick, take Leonard Fournette, and I thought that was absolutely ridiculous.
Ooh, I saw that too. You're right. I seen that.
But I considered a little bit, and well, I remember taking Frank Gore in the 3rd round years ago, a long time ago now.
Yeah.
He had that injured knee. Everybody said he wouldn't do good. He wasn't going to be that good. He'd be limited. He turned out to be our cowbell. He was just dominant. And if we could do that with Fournette, somebody who's patient with us, somebody who just grinds his way to the top, I mean, that could be a first step if that's the way Shanahan wants to go. But at the same time, I kind of like Jamal Adams being the fastest linebacker in the league.
Well, actually, he's a safety, but if you put him in the box, he becomes an extension of the linebacking crew. So yeah.
Or putting him at safety, and I feel like I'm gonna get hate for this, but maybe putting Eric Reed in the box. He's a big guy, and
no, but you know what? That's a thing. When people say they want Jamal Adams, they do have to realize you're excusing Eric Reed and possibly Kowalski T, or you're keeping one or the other.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because Jimmy Ward is going to have to play center field if we don't get anybody else. He's the only one that's got that kind of skill set. And here's the thing, Lieutenant. Can Jimmy Ward last a whole season back there? We're going to have to get 2 people anyway, because Jimmy Ward is not durable. Those guys coming downfield at that speed, and Jimmy's got to take them down. It's kind of scary.
Just to back that up real quick, Eric Reed, if you saw him last year, first of all, I'm agree with what 2 people said already. Our defensive front last year was terrible, the last 2 years for that matter.
Yeah, God, yes.
No pass rush whatsoever.
None.
I've noticed that the corners, they're tired. What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what affected Reed. But last year and the year before, he's been getting sort of burnt on some plays. I'll blame the defensive line for that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm glad we cut Bethea. I mean, I like what he did, but it's time, I think, for both of us to part ways. It didn't quite work out, just like Torrey Smith. But hey, you got to restart somewhere. Yeah,
no, it's the right thing to do. And the 49ers and pretty much Lynch and they know what direction they want to take and what players are going to fit the mold. And actually, Kyle did point out that he likes specific things about his wide receivers, and Torrey just didn't check off the list. So that's why he's going to go after the guys he wants. This is why I'm saying people have to understand Kyle knows what quarterback is going to work. He knows what wide receivers. I mean, he's seen all this happen on the field. So he has an idea of what it's going to take to win. This is why I don't argue with him. So, or argue about it, what he wants to do. So, yeah. But go ahead.
Getting back to AJ Buoye, I know you kind of like scratched him off the list.
Yeah,
but
I had to,
I think people are underrating him as just isolation, how good he is. I watched twice last year, twice against the Raiders, but only one of them counted because that playoff game, they had that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the backup. I saw him just lock down Amari Cooper in Mexico. I was watching that game, and I mean,
Amari Cooper was invisible.
I personally like the guy. I wouldn't overpay him. I wouldn't give him Josh Norman money, but I would look into him, see what he's about. If he asks for too much money, we'll move on. But at least investigate.
You're right. Amari Cooper was not visible during that game. I've forgotten all about that. That was Buoye that was holding him down. Because I was watching that game, getting so pissed off because the referee seemed to be giving that game to the Raiders. I wasn't even paying attention to the play. I was playing certain things, but not the fact that Cooper was invisible.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten about those referees. Horrible refs.
God. And Raiders did not win that game. That was a touchdown that they called back in the 49. Oh God! Let's not get into that. But anyway, yeah, Lieutenant. What else you want to get into?
What else was there? Oh man, I remember the beginning of the draft. I was excited because I thought, second round, here we go, John Ross. What's his name, John Ross?
Yeah, it's John Ross, the fastest human in the world.
Yeah,
the world's fastest human.
So at the beginning of all this, he was. Everybody thought he'd go second round, and out of nowhere, he gets some noise, and then the combine happens, and obviously a mid-first rounder at latest.
Did they rake him up all the way to the mid-first round?
That's what people are saying.
Damn.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I guess because Tyreek Hill had such a good season and he's super fast, they think that he has a lot of those traits and he has the speed. So. And
also, can you see, Lieutenant? Can you see him on a return? If he gets one crease, if he gets one seam, he is gone. There is no way in hell there's a human on the field that can catch him. So I kind of like him for that.
5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, he's not big.
So he really has to go to the right team for it to work. If not, he can't be Tavon Austin on the Rams or something like that.
Yeah, no, he can't play that. And Tavon's pretty strong when you think about it, because Tavon gets a lot of beatings, and he still continues to play.
Yeah.
But this guy won't be able to take that. So who's going to want him? The Cardinals. He fits their game. The Cardinals got that vertical game.
Shit.
Where if he gets on there, then he's going to be a force. They'll go for him. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they have David Johnson running it and receiving already. So,
see, he'd work there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we got to worry about that. And I do not want the Seahawks to get him either. So,
I read some scary shit today. I know Adrian Peterson's old. He's, 30, 31?
32.
He's in his 30s already.
Yeah.
And I read that he's interested in the Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks don't have an O-line, but if you remember, the only thing they do is create lanes for Thomas Rawls. Now, imagine AP with that full speed body just coming at you. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna get by, is what it is.
You're gonna dive at his knees and
week
hope that
1 of 2015, Bowman shut his ass up with only 28 yards.
No, we kind of own him. But listen, you know what? Here's the thing: the Hawks don't have any money though, so I don't think you can worry about them. All right, hey, Lieutenant,
Russell Wilson a shitload of money.
Yeah, I know, because that's where they kill themselves, and everybody else their core. Lieutenant, we got to move, and we'll be back tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
All right, bro. Have a good night. Wyatt, my brother, aloha.
Hey, hello? What's up, Ronbo? How's it?
All right, man. I'm just sitting there. First of all, I'm delighted because I thought the Cousins deal was probably a 75-25 thing. Now they've moved it up to a 95% thing. I'm delighted. So, it looks like Cousins. I know. I said, what I tell you, why you and I have been talking about this online. I told you Washington could not sit there and pretend like they're not going to get rid of Cousins. They have to get rid of him before July, or else they're in deep shit. And it seems like they're saying, all right, fine, we'll just get some draft picks right now. You know, because I knew it. I was hoping Kirk wouldn't sign.
They pretty much royally screwed themselves.
Yeah, should have fixed this last year, dumbasses. Somebody's gonna get fired about that Cousins deal. I love it. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, it's looking like Scott McCloughan's about to get fired here any day. I guess he hasn't been showing up to the headquarters there in Washington and hasn't been interviewing any free agents lately.
And didn't even go to the combine. Didn't even go to the combine. So that tells you something right there.
Yeah, he didn't go to the combine.
They're pissed.
He's busy throwing them back at the bar, you know?
I know. And he left us because of his drinking issues. Back then it was his wife, and this year it's Cousins. The guy's got reasons to drink all the time. Poor man. Jesus. Good Lord. Oh.
You really? Cousins yelling at him, you know, right now. How you like me now? Cash out.
Oh, God.
But what's the deal? I mean, should we wait till next year and kind of make our own price in a way? I mean, at least not pay as much as what we would, you know, do this season. I mean, like, they would probably want our number 2 pick and probably, I don't know, maybe our second round pick or
you know something. You know something why
for next year.
Yeah, and that's all true. But you know why? I'm thinking now we'll get over the picks because, as you say, if you're going to do that, this year would be the one. There's such an abundance of talent this year that they say you can go 3 rounds this year in the draft and get impact players. So you don't want to wait till next year when maybe the draft's not as plentiful and have to lose your picks. So because they're going to give a third-round compensatory pick to the Redskins if they get him next year, which would be nice this year. But, you know, I think it's not going to hurt him, and it gets the program rolling immediately. That idea just really appeals to me, you know. And then not everybody, but that's what I like about it. So.
Yeah, I mean, so say if we did trade for him, what would we potentially be paying?
Jeremy Egan, come on.
You say? I'm sorry, I missed that. Why? Say it again. What would we potentially losing?
If we did trade for him, what kind of contract would we? I mean, obviously it would be a long term, but I mean, what would we be paying him?
Well, he'd be one of the best paid guys.
$24 million.
Yeah, he'd probably be one of the best paid guys in the league. But that's the way it goes. Every new quarterback, the standard's already been set, you know, and it keeps rolling forward. So I don't know that they should be giving him Andrew Luck cash. But I imagine since that is the standard, you're only going to deviate from that, what, $1 million or so? So you got to give Kurt at least what he's getting now with that tag over a 4-year period or something like that, in my guess. And then what you do, Wyatt, is you load that puppy up with incentives, and Kirk gets paid more money than that. There's no need for him sitting there and get crazy. You know, I give you 23. We're going to give you money on yardage. We're going to give you money on touchdowns. We get to the playoffs. You got money on that. Kirk, sign here. And all Kirk's going to say is, God dang, how could I not? You know, and that would be my guess.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what's his name? Mike Silver. I guess what he said today, it wasn't really a report. It was just like that was his opinion on things, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people got a twist saying like, oh, you know, that was like some inside report that, you know, that he's going to be traded to the Niners, you know, no doubt. But that was just Mike Silver's opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he knows something, but he wasn't like, you know, oh yeah, according to my sources, you know, blah, 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 blah.
It's not based on any fact, just
Niners.
a gut feeling.
But I don't know. It kind of makes sense because, like, what are we going to do with that number 2 pick if no one trades up for that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like all the top players are defensive ends, corners. I mean, we drafted, you know, 2 defensive ends the past 2 drafts.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
I feel like what we really need is an inside linebacker, but you know, that kind of went out the window with Foster fucking yelling at the nurse or whatever he did.
But Wyatt, there's other inside linebackers that are hot. I'm telling you, Ruben he's the state-of-the-art machine, but there's other guys in there that are really good. I mean, you look at...
Yeah, but at the number 2 pick is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know if they were going to use the number 2 pick for that anyway. Why, do you have an idea? What were the 49ers going to do with the number 2 pick? Was it going to be an inside linebacker? This is the thing that I don't understand. What in the world? Because the Cleveland Browns are controlling this draft. The 49ers have to sit there with their options on the board, and they've got to wait to see what Cleveland's going to do. Is Cleveland going to go ahead? Are they going to take Garrett? Are they going to take Mitchell?
They're going to take Garrett.
You think so? Because of the way,
Yeah.
I don't know. And what is the point of them talking about Trubisky over and over and every day? They're making him sound like the greatest thing. Why do they keep talking like that? What is the point? Because everything these people do is for a reason. Why are they doing that?
Yeah. No, I mean, him and Watson look the best for sure in the combine, but yeah, I don't know, man.
See,
Trubisky, he's not like one of those. He's not like an Andrew Luck or like a Mariota or Cam Newton. I mean, guy only started one season.
But Hugh seems to love him. I mean,
seems to love him.
Yeah,
Lynch seems to love Kaiser too, but like,
yeah, I know. What is John? John's not about to take Kaiser.
He seems like a smart guy. He seems like a nice dude. I mean, like who knows,
Kaiser may be around in the second round.
Since we don't have any all the top 5 players in the draft or positions we already pretty much have or drafted over a few years, and that might give Shanahan and Lynch even more incentive to trade with the Redskins and get Cousins.
See,
and then somehow get their 17th pick and then give them some kind of comp pick for next year, or like a second round pick. I don't know, but
see what happens in free agency. It's going to determine
that. The Bills or the Cards want to trade up, get our spot and draft the QB, and hey, I'm all for that. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see. And free agency isn't over either. So it hasn't even begun, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're gonna be cutting more people. I feel like we're gonna cut Ahmad Brooks here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind getting Jamal Adams or Hooker with the number 2 pick, and then
don't say Hooker.
And adios to Kwasi Tart.
Don't say Hooker. It makes people mad.
Or even Reed.
Yeah.
One of those guys got to go.
Yeah.
Because Hooker and Adams, they're better than Reed or Kwasi Tart.
Honestly, I know. But some of these guys are gonna wash out in that first cut. That's what's gonna be interesting. A lot of these guys are going to be given a shot, so people say, God, they didn't even give him a shot. They didn't give him a chance. So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to see. But we're not going to be signing any big-name wide receiver, because they're looking to go to a team with a contender.
Yeah.
Unless they're all about the money. They're looking to go to a team with a quarterback, and that's ready to contend pretty much. Yeah. But, Marshall's out of the picture now for sure because he got caught doing Adderall or something.
Oh, yeah. Again? Yeah. Get out of here with that. All right. Wyatt, listen, let me talk to you tomorrow, man. We'll be back at the same time, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Wyatt.
Right on.
Good night. All right, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
Ronbo.
Trey. Man.
What's going on, brother? It's a glorious night when they're talking about my family, your family.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. Get used to it, people.
Tell them, Trey. Tell them.
Get used to it.
They weren't listening to me. Maybe you could get through to them.
Now look. I heard somebody. No, I'm not even gonna say somebody. He knows who he is. I heard him say he doesn't understand why Kyle Shanahan is the magical elixir or something like that, right? Well, let me tell you why. Kyle Shanahan scouted Kirk Cousins. He was on the staff when they brought him in. Kyle Shanahan developed Kirk Cousins. He was on the staff when they decided to start him over RG3. He understood what it was when he left, and that's part of the reason why he left it on Washington, because he wanted to start Kirk, and the owner wanted to start Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what people don't understand is that once we get this deal done, we'll be able to attract that free agent wide receiver. We're not going to sign a lot. What we are going to do is probably sign one. And then a lower tier guy that people need to watch out for is Seth Roberts, Oakland Raiders receiver out there in the Bay Area.
Who was that, Trey? Who'd you mention?
Seth Roberts.
Oh, Seth Roberts, yeah. Big guy. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. I didn't even know Seth was on the free agency.
He's an underrated guy.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of talent and a lot of things coming our way. I know you're not high on AJ Boye.
I was until Nello made it sound like AJ Boye is absolute just a victim, or not a victim, of a man who's taking advantage of a Texas best defense in the league. That pass rush is murderous, right? And he's only played 8 or 9 games.
I've got a realistic remedy. The first thing we need to do is we need to go sign Nick Perry. Now, what people don't understand is that we're going to a 4-3 defense. We need a pass rusher off of the edge. What we're not going to do is find anybody super great in free agency, because if they were super great, they wouldn't reach free agency. So we need to take that expectation off. But Nick Perry had double-digit sacks.
Yeah.
And if you want to get somebody like AJ Boye, if you want to get anybody, Malik Hooker, Adams, if we want to improve our secondary, first thing we have to do is improve our pass rush.
Hey, that's first and foremost right there. And what about Jamal? And what about Jamal?
No, hold on. There's one more player. There is one player. The best defender we can pick up is Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry, he is. Because that defense is not going to be on the field.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's what people don't understand. A good offense can give that defense a lot of rest. And we got some animals on defense that are going to shine. You remember Buckner last year, Trey? They worked that poor boy to death. Now,
oh my goodness, how many plays did he play? Did he play I think he played the most snaps.
He did. He was second. He was right up there.
Somewhere around over 1,000.
See, that makes no sense. Now, what if this year you give him some decent rest? You think his impact out on that field would increase?
I mean, Bowman's a little bit long in the tooth, so you kind of want to not have him on the field. And that has been our biggest problem with offense. And this is before Harbaugh. This is before any of the people. We haven't had a consistent offense since Mooch. Let's be honest. And that was West Coast.
Yeah.
That's what we're going back to. That's what we're going back to. And that's what people don't understand. We need a lot on defense, but our defense will be fine once we get our quarterback and our offense straight.
Exactly. Stop begging Phil Dawson to win every game. I'm sick of that. I was sick of that last year and the year before.
I'm sick
score
of
some damn points.
The same 2 plays up the middle and then calling a passing play on third down.
Yeah.
We're going to get back.
We're
going to get back to doing what we do. But it doesn't even have to be Kirk Cousins. It's any quarterback, but we're going to get Kirk. But as far as the defense is concerned, the one person that I really would like for us to have that nobody's really talking about is Zach Brown, the linebacker. We need to move Navarro to weak side linebacker because of his injury.
Yeah.
Now that we're running up 4-3.
A little less
responsible. He cannot be in the middle. That is too much ground for that old man to cover. I love him.
It's true. Especially with that many injuries. And he ain't going to come back, Navarro Bowman. I mean, it's an ugly reality, but we got to look at it. I won't say no. So, it's a scary situation.
Yeah, man, but we're going to be just fine. We're not going to worry about any of the things that everybody's talking about. I know people want to hate on Kirk. We're going to get a receiver, and we're going to get a big one. It might not be the one that you like, and I don't mean a huge one, like an Alshon Jeffrey type, but we have to get the quarterback first, or else we'll get no one.
I haven't heard this. Somebody just mentioned that Alshon has been, again, caught with PEDs. So Alshon's looking at another suspension next year. Alshon's going to finally, and you know what? What's going to be the shocker, Trey? I'm just going to put this out there. What if Gordon is the guy? Josh Gordon. The whole league's going to say, oh, no, they didn't. Ah, God dang it. You gave Kirk Cousins Josh Gordon? What the? And it's going to be funny to watch. I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, people don't know, quiet as kept. Kyle Shanahan did work with Josh Gordon. But we'll just,
There you go.
That's another underrated thing that people seem to forget about.
Trey, got to go, man.
Yeah,
I got a few more. And listen, I'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow to do this some more because there'll be some more developments between now and tomorrow. That should be so much to talk about. All right, Trey.
All right. Good night, man.
Good night, Trey. All right, here he is, the man with a bowl of cornflakes in his hand. Goes by the name of Tyler. Tyler.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah. Who's the one that convinced you
that AJ Boye?
That AJ Boye is trash?
Nello.
He hadn't done his research, bud.
You want to address Nello? Well, go ahead, Tyler. He's all yours. Straighten him out.
In 2016, AJ Boye played 15 games.
Did he start those or was he on the roster active?
He started 11 games, but he played 15.
Okay, exactly what I said. I said he was a full-time starter 8 or 9 games. Now with they're active, that counts. That means that they're on the roster, but he actually started and played 8 or 9 games full-time.
Yeah, but anyway, his stats, it says 16 passes defended. He had an interception. He had
no doubt he was good, but why I'm
total
saying is
tackles.
that he was good is because he had pass rush to help him out and the supporting cast to help him out.
Yeah,
Please
the
get
Niners
me on
gonna
the
build
line.
that. Niners are going to build their pass rush. I mean, they were saying the Niners, you couldn't really judge their secondary because there was no pass rush. So that's how it is for every corner. If there's no pass rush, they're going to get beat eventually.
Okay, but Tyler, that goes without saying. All right. Was that? Well, I mean, I'm still on the fence. Then I'll come back on the fence about AJ. How about that?
All right.
Tyler, what else?
Somebody else said Alshon Jeffrey got caught with drugs again or something.
Adderall.
I looked up his name. Nothing popped up. So
they said Marshall.
I don't think that's accurate.
Maybe
it was Brandon Marshall.
It was
Brandon Marshall.
Wait, Brandon Marshall got caught with Adderall? And that would make more sense because I can't believe Alshon Jeffrey, who just got busted last season, would be doing that again so soon. So, okay.
2 years in a row.
It seems like Alshon wants to stay in Chicago now.
Yeah, I saw that report as well. So, yeah. And you know what? I'm glad.
Brandon Marshall wants to go to the Giants.
Yeah, he wants to go to where he thinks they're going to be contending. I didn't want either one, actually. I definitely did not want Alshon Jeffrey for all that money for him to watch him sit down on the bench. And then Brandon Marshall, he's 32. What are we going to sign him for? 1 year? It's just.
Well, Antoine's 35, and he was still making plays.
Antoine's 36, and he's still a free agent. Antoine just cannot get enough. He's out there looking for a job.
Antoine was playing for Detroit. He really
he had a good
Detroit
year.
Game that I got here.
Yeah.
The dude would score a touchdown like every one of those games.
No, Antoine had a great year. He's a beast. Man's not real. Yeah. All right, Tyler.
Stafford knows how to get him that ball.
Yeah, see that's the thing. And if you got a QB that knows how to fire guys up, man, some of your receivers, especially like him, you get Garcon in there as he was last season. You got to go for Garcon to give him also along with Kirk Cousins. Now you've got a 1-2 punch. So we'll see.
Well, you know how the Raiders were they're not going to re-sign Latavius Murray?
Yeah. We're not going for Latavius
Apparently,
Murray.
Adrian Peterson is interested in the Raiders and the Seahawks.
Yeah. Well, I hope he gets to one of them.
Why?
Because
guy?
He fumbles a lot. Adrian, you know what? Adrian Peterson does not scare me anymore. I don't know that he can go a full season anymore. I think his time is probably up, but he just refuses to sit down.
He's a Viking. He's not going to be able to do anything unless he's in that purple and yellow.
Exactly. All right, Tyler, we got to move on because we're getting a lot of calls and we're running really late here. So let me say goodbye to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Is it another gathering tomorrow? Or is it just?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do this every day during the entire. This is the thing between now and the end of this whole free agency period. All right.
So
what's up, Ronbo?
All right, Tyler. Good night, buddy. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Jared Davis. Repeat again the name Jared Davis.
You want me to repeat it again? Jed Davis. Who is Jed Davis?
Jared. Like Jared.
Jared. You said
Davis.
Jared Davis. What does he do, Bill?
He's a linebacker.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jerry, I know. Yeah, that's the guy who's ranked at about the second or third. You're right. Yeah. He's back, but he's not right around Cunningham. And yeah, you're right. I like him. And nobody says anything about him either.
Right, and then you got Cunningham, Zach Cunningham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, I've been, and there's one T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Watt?
Don't forget my boy DJ Calhoun. Oh, I love me some DJ Calhoun. My God, he hits hard.
But I don't think we're going to grab a quarterback in the first round. We may not even have the first round pick.
Yeah, and we're not. And if they get Cousins, I can guarantee you they're not going to get a quarterback in the first round. That would be so out of the question.
No, yeah, but it would be dumb because Deshaun Watson is still.
Yeah.
He's going to end up in New York. If we don't get him, the Jets will.
You know, the Jets got to be careful. And I'd worry if I was Deshaun. Everybody that goes to the Jets as a quarterback ends up failing. So, you know,
Why are we going to curse a guy like that? We need actively Deshaun Watson. I mean, we could wait for Cousins to become a free agent if not anything and have the guy, try him out. We ain't going to win a Super Bowl this year coming up.
Hey, I got to tell you something, though, Bill. Deshaun Watson, he is not going to fit the Kyle style. As I said, people love Kyle. I mean, Deshaun because of what he did in the national championship. But that does not.
You don't know that.
I know that.
You don't know that.
I know that. I guarantee you he doesn't like him. I'd bet money on it. That's not Kyle's style.
Kyle ain't going to pick him up, though.
No.
He ain't going to end up as a Niner, probably, unless Jed says something.
Yeah.
But I don't see him as that. Now, you might get Trubisky. Your guy Trubisky might be on there.
Yeah. Well,
so
if he were to hang around in the second or third round, he's a first-round pick, though, Bill.
I don't think a lot of people, if they grab Trubisky, then Watson's going to be a free in the second round. Whoever they don't grab is going to be in the second round.
Between the two of those guys?
Or Trubisky.
Yeah,
and I think that Watson's going to be picked over Trubisky.
Yeah, I could see that being possible.
So Trubisky's going to be available, but we need to concentrate on those defensive players. And there's a wide receiver that I was looking up. I had to get his name for you real quick. John Ross.
John Ross? Yeah. The fastest man in the combine. The fastest man in combine history. Everybody knows about John. Yeah, what do you got to say about him?
I hope we snag him. I mean, that could be a grab in the first round. Grab John Ross.
First round? No, he's not going to go in the first round. Not for the 49ers. Boy, he would be a great return man. I really would love to have him for returns, as long as he could not pull muscles. But he looks like a muscle pulling guy.
Torrey Smith is gone.
Yeah, I know.
Smith is gone.
Yeah. He left yesterday.
Yeah. So I saw that. I'm like, okay, we're losing a lot of people. Probably be a few more we'll lose. We'll probably lose Tank Carradine.
Yeah, and we lost Antoine Bethea. You got look out for guys like Tank Carradine, Bill. Tank Carradine is from the 4-3 system. 49ers forced him to play the 3-4, and he sucked every year. But now this is Tank Carradine football. The 49ers want to see what he looks like. I don't think he's going to get cut.
I hope not, because I like Carradine, bro.
Yeah, I just say I want to see what he looks like in his own element.
I mean, it's kind of interesting to see what they're going to do. I mean, if they could build around Kirk Cousins and do everything right, then we could actually have a shot at a Super Bowl championship. Because Kirk Cousins has been in a NFL for a while.
Yeah, he's just now recently started. But you know the thing is, you get some pieces into place. I want to see that unit start. I want to see some pieces put into place this year, Bill. I want to see these guys grow together. And with 2019, I want everybody in NFC say, well, I said, Jesus, man, look out for the goddamn 49ers, man. They put that shit together quick. Or we got to look out for them. I want to hear that. So,
Because the Redskins just hurt their chance with Kirk, period.
Yeah, I know.
Here's what people don't know. The Redskins just bruised it. We don't need to give a first-round pick up for him because, to be honest with you, they're not going to have him next season. He's probably not going to play that well if he is up in Washington. He's probably going to be like, Colin Kaepernick, pretty much not taking a knee at the national anthem, but taking a knee at the games, pretty much not wanting to play at his best.
Yeah.
And, he won't want to be in a Redskin uniform, so why would they want to give him a first-round pick? I mean, he'll leave. But, we should get Kurt, but not give a first round up for it.
And that's the thing, and that's what got to work on. Bill, we got to go. We got a bunch of people waiting. Bill, be back tomorrow, buddy.
I'll try.
All right, Bill. Have a good night. There we go. AJ.
What up, man?
Hey, Jay. Sitting up here wondering
Just
about.
trying to be solid, man. I'm trying to figure out some things because I was a little confused about a few other things about the draft. I guess it's going to be in May or April.
It's going to be in April. Last week in April, I
is
think. About the last week or so. There's a.
Okay, so is that and then when is Pro Day? Pro Day come out again?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again.
What day does Pro Day? Pro for the combine for the Pro Day. I think it's
those are all.
Is that different from combine? The Pro Day.
It's a different because that's what those. That's when the guys go around to exclusive clubs. Let's say the 49ers. I mean, the Pro Days. Those are scheduled. So each team will actually schedule that and set that up. Or actually, schools will set that up. I'm sorry. Schools set that up, and then people come on over to that particular campus. That's the way it works.
I'm just testing your knowledge and seeing where you're at.
You almost got me. I'd forgotten how they set that up. Yeah, Pro Days, it's usually a university thing, and then everybody comes on over and checks out. Because a lot of teams missed Pro Days last year. The 49ers, they missed Carson Wentz because of bad weather conditions. So Trent never made it to even take a look at that dude. So, I remember that. I remember that last year. Yeah. But you know what?
Well, man,
that could
I
happen.
just called to let you know that. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I feel the urge to see that we do something different. I hopefully go a little unorthodox. Kyle Shanahan. I'm still not. I ain't 100% sold on the dude still. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I'm not.
Shanahan. Yeah. Well, no, you shouldn't be. Let him prove it. Let me run a question by you that's flashing on the board because nobody said anything about him today. And Jamal Charles is now everybody's talked about AP, but nobody's talked about Jamal Charles. Would he work? And of what you know about, you've seen the Falcons last season, right? You see that running system they have. They're going to have that same system in San Francisco. Wouldn't Jamal remind you a lot of Devontae?
Oh yeah, but even better. I think his vision is even better than Devontae's.
Yeah.
Charles is still a stud to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that motherfucker is hard.
Yeah.
For real. He got hurt, but I think he still can come back and do and he's so good and crafty, and he got that strength of athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he can do some things for this team if he get up Kyle Shanahan's vibe. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be raw.
That question for expert gamer, because nobody said anything about Jamal today. And when I saw that question, it jumped out and I said, whoa, how good would Jamal and Carlos be together in the same backfield? That would be an idea. I wonder what, we'll see it.
Yeah. And then quarterback-wise, Kirk Cousins, bro, I ain't sold on him 100% either. But, I mean, I think we could we can go somewhere in the playoffs. Not deep in the playoffs, but close to the playoffs with him. But I don't think he can take it. I mean, do you rate him better than Andrew Luck? I don't rate him better than Andrew Luck. And Andrew Luck ain't really got deep in the playoffs. You
know what though? I think maybe too much weight is being put on just the thought of Kirk going out there doing a job. People, you got to realize he's got Kyle sitting up in the booth telling him all he needs to know. That's why. And you know who lost the Super Bowl? It wasn't Kyle. It was Matt. Matt Ryan was throwing people in. He was throwing guys into open spaces. Matt Ryan took his foot off the gas. It was him, and the film footage shows it. Ryan lost faith in some of the best receivers in the NFL. He was waiting for him to uncover. All of a sudden, he uncharacteristically got scared. And
wow.
And the thing is, the Patriots weren't playing no crazy good defense. Ryan lost that game.
They never really do, though. They never really had great Patriot defense.
I know.
Say the truth.
They look sorry at the beginning of the year, and they get better toward the end of the season. They did that. But Ryan got scared, and all of a sudden he couldn't find receivers. He was waiting for him to uncover. That's why they had just play your game. The Patriots can't stop you. Just play your game. Nobody can calm down. This is why I blame the head coach as well. Get over there and talk to your quarterback. He's tripping, So He had no business getting sacked. There were people open. They showed that on the film too. What the hell Matt was doing, nobody knows, but he lost that game. They should have scored 40-plus points. So, you know. Now
I agree to a certain degree about one of those calls. I think he made you say something about I'm a bitch slap myself or something, and he was talking about Dante Poe, him needing or we needing to get him, but you was like, yeah, my bad. I should have never thought about that guy. I think it was a quarterback he was referencing, and you were like, oh yeah, yeah. If you say it that way, if you're making it the point to that level, then you're right. I think it was not Nello, but the guy before. The guy before Nello.
Trey.
Excuse me. Well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I hope everything's good when it comes down to us making this pick for the second round.
Scariest
pick
pick there is.
And creative and genius with it.
Yeah.
If they have to take low, go ahead and give somebody else the pick, number 2 pick, and get some other picks if they have to make it well worth it. I don't know about quarterback still because Kirk Cousins is not on my list. I like Tyrod Taylor from Buffalo before I go with Kirk Cousins. That's just me personally.
And it's not a bad idea. Tyrod, I just wonder why Buffalo's kicking him out. But, it is what it is. We'll see.
Right.
I just want Kirk to have the guy he wants. If Kirk says that's the man, that's where I'm going.
That's true. You got to support the dude that's going to be running the squad. So you're right. You got to at least support it and then find out if he screwed up and how bad he screwed up and all that. Get the assessment afterwards a little bit. Yeah.
There you go.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right,
AJ,
man.
All right, AJ. Thanks for calling in, man. We'll be back tomorrow, man. We're gonna be all week long as the free agency period's running, man. We're gonna check out and see what's going on each and every evening. All right.
That's right.
All right, bro.
Go Niners.
Have a good night, AJ. All right, Mark.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Mark, I'm all excited, man. I tell you, man, I'm seeing this. Everything looks like it's falling into place here. Getting excited, seeing what's going to happen next.
Yeah, buddy. Man, shoot, a couple things, Ronbo, to keep it moving. I'm just as excited as you, man. When's the last time every big free agent or name that is out there or a player that we need, do you see our name associated with showing interest in that player?
So
we haven't
true.
seen this in a long time. It was
years.
Guys that we dreamed about or guys that we wanted in the free agency, nothing. We quiet on them. Now you look at, Bleacher Report, you look at ESPN, where our name's attached to a lot of these dudes. And that's exciting in itself because it shows change in management.
Yeah.
But also, man, a couple things, somebody else already beat me to it. I've seen the mock draft with us drafting Fournette, and I also was like, I don't know about that.
I know, huh?
And then I kind of went back.
At number 2.
I went back and I started watching his highlights in college today. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be mad, actually, after
you see, that's the thing.
kind of watched the tape on him.
You can't get
and
mad
he said,
about
if we get a Kirk Cousins or a young quarterback, this is who you want, helping them out. This takes the pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and Mark, it's going to come down to who they pick up on defense.
Go ahead.
It's going to come down to how well they do in free agency on defense. Because the 49ers, from what I can see, they would love to go all offense in the draft. I can see that right now. Let's see what they do in defense. So,
right, that's what's cool because we got free agency, and that's what it all depends on what we do in free agency. Like I said, they got their eye on everybody right now. They're sniffing every guy out right now, and I like that.
With $100 million.
Right.
Get some stuff.
They are not leaving any stone unturned right now, and I love that. Yeah. This is what we want. This shows me that York, Lynch, and Shanahan are all dedicated to trying to figure this thing out. No, don't go out there and spend everything, but man,
they won't
everything out.
They won't spend everything, but they'll have money to spend and surplus of cash going into next year most likely.
Right, and then another thing I want to touch on, man. So I didn't get on the show yesterday, but Torrey was gone. I mean, got cut or whatever. No, I don't know. Did he ask? No, he didn't ask to be released. I don't believe.
No, Torrey wanted to stay. That's why I felt so bad.
Yeah,
he was saying all kind of good
I
things.
had been watching a bunch of the 49er film, and he was there with his kid and everything. So
yeah,
it's kind of sad.
Felt bad about that. Kind of. But you got to. Kyle says you got to fit a specific. I mean, he's got things that he wants about his wide receivers, and Torrey didn't fit it. So
That was my point I was about to make. So watching interviews on Kyle Shanahan, he's talking about, a team that's only won 2 teams. I look at the footage, and you got some guys who are still working their ass off. even though they're on a 2-win team. And then he didn't mention the guys who are not, but obviously he's seen that too. When you think about the footage, I don't see Torrey fighting to get open. Now, sometimes he was open and the ball just wasn't thrown, but Torrey's one of those guys, he runs the route, ball didn't come his way, and it should have. He's mad.
Mm-hmm.
Curly, on the other hand, runs the route, turns, fights back. You know, he does what he needs to do to get open, and he was rewarded. You mentioned that earlier.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it's unfortunate. He's a good dude. I like him. But Bethea also, I'm happy. I liked him as a guy. I think he was good for the locker room. But his time was up. I wish him well. So I was happy to see that move. I think we were all anticipating that.
Yeah, we were. And, you know, and who do you anticipate? Who else? Because everybody wanted Tremaine Brock out of here yesterday, right? 3 weeks ago they wanted him gone. Looks like Tremaine is going to survive, though. But you know what? Again, they're looking at film footage, and they probably see something in Tremaine that we're not talking about, you know? Because Tremaine, he didn't get beat on every
he
play.
might not cover, but he has fight.
Yeah. And we only seen the plays Tremaine got beat on, and we got mad. We didn't see the plays where Tremaine succeeded. See, that I got a feeling that's what they saw.
And we talked about this earlier in the offseason. I think Eric Reed is on the block. Like, not trading block or anything, but he's on the chopping block, I believe.
Yeah.
If he messes up in the camp, he's
gone.
I don't know. You know, I like Eric Reed. I like Eric Reed from his rookie year.
Same here.
But I believe he's on the block. I think he's next. If he's there somewhere, I believe. When you talk about who's next to go,
Mark, it depends on if everybody says that Adams is actually potentially a first or second round pick. If the 49ers pick up Adams at number 2, goodbye Eric Reed, and they'll keep Kwaski T because he's not expensive, right? It's just it'll come down to dollars.
Yeah, this whole thing's gonna come down to free agency.
Yeah.
That's it. And in regards to the quarterback situation, man, we ain't got no choice. I mean, I like Kirk Cousins, but you know, we got to keep our eyes open on these other guys Glennon and all these other guys that are being mentioned. I don't know much about them, but it's kind of going to come down, not kind of, but it's just going to come down to who's available. Who can we get? I think they're going to fight for Cousins more than anybody else.
Sure.
Other than that, it's just who we're going to get.
I understand Glennon was never actually. They're clearing that rumor. They're saying Glennon was never on the list, and I was kind of shocked by that. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Well, a lot of these fans, you know, we got the Kirk Cousins haters and all that.
Yeah.
We had Kaepernick and Blaine Gabbert last year. I don't understand how anybody's picky right now. I don't get it. Like,
oh God,
maybe I don't get it. I get who you want, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, we should be happy to get any of these dudes that they're talking about compared to what we had last year.
And after I guarantee you, after a few wins, believe me, people will come back around. Mark, we got to go, Mark. Be back tomorrow, though.
All right,
man.
Ronbo, that's pretty.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
All right, have a good one.
All right. And there's Garrett. Hello, Garrett.
Hello.
Hey, Garrett. What's up, man?
This is just my first time calling in. I just haven't heard anyone mention him, at least not while I was paying attention. Has anyone talked about Dont'a Hightower yet?
Yeah, we mentioned Dont'a just briefly. God, it's been like the beginning of the show, but yeah, what do you? Because I tell you what, somebody's already said something about Navarro Bowman maybe now about to struggle, and maybe you don't want to put him in that position. But go ahead and put Dont'a in there, let Navarro play in another position. He can continue to be on the linebacker crew, but not the head man in the middle. So yeah, what is that where you were going with that? What do you got in mind?
Well, whenever the 49ers were kind of at the peak of their power recently, they had this unstoppable linebacking core. My thought process was if we could get Dont'a Hightower in free agency and try to draft someone along the lines of Reuben Foster, let those two do what they do and have Navarro Bowman there as well, we could reestablish a dominant linebacking core.
Good Lord, talk about dominant. You'd redefine the term. Oh, Jesus. Whew. Man, it'd be awesome. But otherwise, what are you going to do with Navarro?
Navarro.
Kind of tough question.
He is still going to be a good linebacker. There's going to be very little argument about that. He
Sure.
isn't going to be able to cover as well, though. We're
Yeah.
going to have to be able to scheme and get him in situations where he isn't going to have to cover tight ends or running backs out of the backfield. We'll have to leave that for Dont'a and insert Armstrong or,
Ray can,
Reuben Foster or someone along those lines.
Yeah. And they've also got Ray there that's excellent in coverage. So,
yeah, I believe I said Armstrong. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I forgot. It's his last name is Armstrong. I'm sorry. You're right. But yeah, you're right. And as I said, you got to scheme to make sure that Von Bowman's in the best position to succeed, which would be seek and destroy the run game. So that'd be his.
Yeah, he can just sit back and vacuum tackles, but we don't want to get him in bad situations in the run game. At least not until he looks healthy enough to do some of it.
And I wish I knew how healthy he was right now. There's no way to know how well is he doing, because there's no report on it or anything like that. I think a month ago they said it was coming along. It's coming along? What does that mean? So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the same way I feel about Eric Rodgers. There's no real updates. It's just kind of vague statements on health.
Him too. Eric Rodgers, how's that knee? So,
I've followed him on Twitter. He tweets about it every once in a while, but
Eric?
Nothing really solid.
Yeah, because you don't want to say too much. And I'm sure the PR people at the 49ers headquarters say, listen, don't go carrying on social media about your condition, please. So,
Mm-hmm. But since Kirk Cousins seems to be the popular subject,
yeah,
I just want to throw out an alternative. It's not really something that's really big and flashy, but a lot of people seem to ignore A.J. McCarron, and he's not really great, but he's young.
Yeah,
and he's smart. He comes from the pro-style offense with Alabama, and I feel like he could be something Shanahan could mold.
Yeah. And easily. Garrett?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, go ahead, continue. I was listening.
But with McCarron, I don't really know what the Bengals would want to do or would want for him, but considering the idea of getting a first and a second and maybe a third in McCarron for the second overall, that's not a bad deal. Or even if you just take away a third and you get a first and a second in McCarron.
Yeah. Has any word been out on whether Cincy is interested in trading McCarron? This is the thing I haven't heard. I understand the pursuit and the desire to get him, but I've never heard anything out of their
I haven't heard any. I haven't heard of any trade rumors for McCarron.
Yeah.
And it's just a little surprising.
Yeah.
But that's just something I was always thinking about in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Because people seem to love and value starting in college, and in terms of starting, A.J. McCarron has 3 national championships for Alabama.
Yeah, he's definitely. Whoa.
He started,
hot.
and he started in the NFL, and he did okay with the Bengals for his stretch.
Yeah.
I'm just a little surprised that something hasn't happened, or maybe they're just better at keeping secrets than a lot of other teams.
But you know what? If I was Cincinnati, I mean, I'd be worried about getting rid of him, because you never know
what'll happen to Dalton.
Yeah, so it's kind of scary. Now all of a sudden I got to get another guy to back him up, and and Andy went down. What was that, the year before last when AJ came in there and beat us up? Jesus Christ! I said, man, that dude. I said he's
that
gonna be
one
good.
stung.
Yeah, so not at all surprised that they want to keep him. That's why Belichick's not going crazy with people coming in. Bill, we'll give you this, and this. Give us this kid, Jimmy G. And Bill, I made my.
Well, what I think's happened with Garoppolo is that Belichick has just decided that he's going to keep Jimmy if no one gives him exactly what he wants.
Exactly.
And Belichick can do exactly that because he will do that.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, hey Garrett, man, good stuff, man. We'll be back again tomorrow on the next thing too, man. Come on back, okay?
All right, I plan on it.
Yeah, all right, bro. Have a good night. Thanks for calling too. Wait, let me get something straight up here on the board here about my calling Adams. Listen, who is that? Swift Life. You gonna put him at free safety? You think he's gonna come out and he's gonna cover quickly on a pass? You bring that argument, okay? Yeah, thanks for the love, but no, I am not putting Jamal Adams in center field. I'm sorry. It may not sound like I'm not talking about me. Somebody else tell me you're going to put Jamal Adams in center field. You put him in a box where he can actually do his most damage. That's why I said that. Okay? All right. 442, Brawley, California. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, man. Just sitting back and watching the developments, man. What are you thinking?
Hey, I'm good. I'm right here. Much love. I always hear your freaking show every time, man.
Thanks, man.
Loving it.
Thanks. Hey, hey, I just realized your first time. What is your name?
Oh, Vince.
Vince. Hey, Vince. All right, man.
I'm here in a small town right here, southeastern of San Diego. So,
SoCal.
2 hours away, small town.
All right. What's the name of the small town?
What's that?
What's the name of that small town?
Oh, Brawley. Well, Brawley, California, yeah.
Ah, cool. All right. Must be one of those nice little towns. All right.
I wasn't too sold on Kirk Cousins either.
Most people aren't, it seems. Hey, your volume picked up nice, though. Yeah, I can hear you real clear, girl. Yeah. It's better than before.
I wasn't sold that much on Kirk Cousins, but hearing you guys a lot, I mean, I'm jumping on the wagon too. You know what I mean? Because I do. I'm a firm Cap believer. I think he got shitted on, man. I mean, Balky kind of messed things up for him after 2014. You know what I mean?
Kinda, yeah. They were big time enemies from that point on. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some sources. I know that it's just rumors, but I saw a rumor earlier today. The Steelers are looking at Cap right now.
Yeah, I heard about that the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another thing, Quinton Patton. I don't know if I want him gone. I mean, he's not really that good, my personality, but I do know that he leads the NFL right now. He's like he's the best. He's the best blocker right now in the NFL.
Is that right? Is that? Did they hang that on Quinton? Did they say he was one of the best blockers in the league? Because he is great downfield. Yeah, I give him that. That block that he sprung Vance McDonald on last year, that was one of the prettiest blocks I've ever seen. And he didn't get flagged on it. And I thought he might, but I said, that was so nice.
And then if you think about it, I mean, that would put you in the position of, that's why, I mean, Carlos Hyde almost got, 1,000 yards this year?
Yeah, he would have got it. Well, consider Carlos a 1,000-yard guy this year, man. He just didn't play enough games. And he got injured in the last game where he was about to get 1,000 yards against the Rams. That's so sad. But yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would give Rod Streeter another year. I think he did pretty good in the receiving corps this year for us.
Yeah, and he might look even better next year. He came in late. He didn't know the playbook, but he comes in and starts with everybody else. He could be interesting. You're right.
I mean, I would like to see that one more time. I'm just going crazy over here, man. I'm ready for something to jump off. I'm ready to wake up to see that Kirk Cousins move or something, just to shock everybody's faces for a while.
Something's gonna happen in the next 2 days, Vance. I'm telling you, man.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want Alshon Jeffrey. I mean, I knew Torrey was gonna leave. I mean, Torrey Smith. I love the guy. I mean, he's a heartfelt guy. You know what I mean? He plays for the heart and soul, and he's a family guy. I like that. I mean, that's much love. But I mean, he came in when did he come in after the Harbaugh era, or did he come in Jimmy Tom?
Yeah, no, he came in with Jimmy T.
Yeah.
You
see, like that's like I mean, yeah, we were all amped up as Niner fans, but I mean, you got to look at it. That was the year freaking balking through everybody out the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also the offensive plan wasn't really, it just wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was like I mean, Cap's not a pocket passer. We all know that, but Cap's that quarterback, like Shanahan said. If that's your quarterback, you got to adapt to his skill set. You can't really make him be what you want him to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? The problem is with Kyle though. I think that he has to have we saw what worked for him and got him to the Super Bowl. He's going to stick to that. And if Kyle has been doing the things he's been doing, got a feeling if Chip Kelly were to show up anywhere in the league, that would be the perfect place for Cap to go. And they need to continue to see if they can build, because if they could just get that, because Cap needs a one-read system where he can go and do his thing.
Yeah.
So, that would be the thing.
I hear you. That's good.
Yeah.
100 right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, let's see. If he goes, I'm going to be interested to see if he goes to Pittsburgh. That could be interesting. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to be watching to see what Cap does.
There was reports that came out, and they even said that I guess Tomlinson and Big Ben and Kaepernick, they've been talking for like right after the offseason started. Well, right when the offseason started. So
interesting. Because I do not.
Maybe they have some plans up their sleeves. We don't know, but I mean, it don't matter. I mean, I'm waiting to see right here who's going to be our number one QB and our number one wide receiver. You know what I mean?
I know. Because there's one thing I do not want to see. I heard there's rumors also about Cap going to be Russell Wilson's backup. No, come on.
Yes.
Ah, yuck.
Also,
if there's one thing you do not want is to see.
Ronbo,
Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to throw in. I wanted to throw in this too. Earlier, somebody posted like on Instagram, QP's. I guess he tweeted a tweet on his Twitter, and it said all the numbers that were gone from like the Harbaugh era.
Yeah, no.
Plus, like,
but trying to remember
put
those.
Anquan Boldin's number there, and then he decided to put Navarro Bowman's number up there. So everybody was like kind of questioning, like, why did he put that? And people were, I don't know, it was like a big argument back and forth.
Wait, I thought
some
it was.
people were saying like.
I thought it was Willis's number.
Some people were saying. Go ahead.
No, I thought it was Willis's number. But Bowman's number up there as well? 80, 82, 85.
Somebody was saying
52,
that,
50,
maybe,
52,
maybe
53.
he's trying to give us a hint that he's going to get cut too. But I mean, I don't think I highly doubt that.
Yeah, they're going to give Bo. They're at least going to let Bo come into camp. I don't think they're going to cut him right now because
he's definitely the leader for the defense because I mean, why else did Shanahan and Lynch wanted to talk to him right when they got into office? You know what I mean?
True, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they want to know their captain for sure.
Yeah. I just hope his legs and I know his knee's gonna be fine. I just hope that foot is gonna be okay. Vance, Vance, we gotta go, Vance. Come on back tomorrow,
right,
bro.
No. All right, yeah, I hear you every day, Ronbo. Thank you. Hey,
thanks, Vance. Have a good night, bro. Oh, we go to Eric goes 408. You're in San Jose, California, somewhere near Levi Stadium, huh? Who is this? Hello, San Jose. Hello, San Jose. All right, let's go to Tony over in Oakland. Tony. And Tony's ever called in on the emergency show. Tony.
Yo.
Tony, what's up?
Sky.
I like that. Yeah, there's nothing better than the obvious answers. T! Tell you what, man, you forgot to leave. You left the stars out too, man. Depends on where you are. I could say tall buildings. Tony, from your perspective, which has got to be interesting, what is going on now? Are you delighted, bored, or are you sort of like thinking better things to come?
I don't know what to make of all this because I checked my Twitter and from what a couple people are saying, it sounds like the Cousins trade is a done deal, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah, no, it is, and because it's like a hush. They're giving us little bits and pieces of something that's going on, but nothing we can actually grab onto. Right? Yeah, you're right. One guy says that deal is 95% done. 95%. Well, that's not 100. So what does that mean? I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is? You know how Scotty's over there, right? Our old GM?
He's getting himself into a lot of trouble, yeah. My God.
Dude, he's missing. It's really weird.
Maybe they already fired him. He didn't even show up at the combine. And Scott's
right.
He's probably at some bar somewhere laying on the floor. My guess.
Geez, I mean, I hope he's all right. I don't
Yeah,
wish
same here.
anything bad on him, obviously.
I don't wish anything bad on him
Um,
either. I just feel sorry for him because he blew it. Last year they should have signed Cousins and they wouldn't be going through this drama this year. So.
Yeah, but in regards to Cousins, I think I'm gonna have to ride with Trez on that one, man. I
know
don't know.
you did earlier anyway.
I'm not sure. I'd rather not. I'd rather not get Cousins. But Ronbo, tell me, what would you give up for Cousins?
You know, honestly, and I know this is certainly not a popular thing to say, I'd go ahead and give up that second round pick or that first round pick. I'd rather give up, if I had a choice. In fact, let me take that back, because Washington is in no position to sit here and put pressure on anybody. I'd give them the second round pick and a fourth round pick. That's the best I'm going to do for them.
No, I would do that. I would do that. I just don't know about that our first rounder, because that's a high first rounder, man. Like
it's got value.
That could be a game changing player, unless we were going to trade back to 10 anyway and take like Foster. Then maybe but to me, Cousins is one of those guys that he's on the bubble of being like a top 10 player. Like in my opinion, he's like top 15, ish in that area. But I don't know. Well, I mean, this is all. It sounds like this is heavily based on Shanahan really, really just thinking he's going to gel with his system and his just personality, just not clashing with Shanahan in general. So, I mean, if it's as good as they're talking this thing up to be, then yeah, I wouldn't mind. But you also have
but Tony,
to remember,
I just want to enlighten you on one thing though. You do know that Kirk and Kyle already they've built a relationship earlier on.
Oh, I know. That's what I was getting at.
Oh yeah, okay. Because it sounded as if you were meaning that they may not be able to build chemistry, and maybe Kirk does not get the system and that type of thing. Because I think they've already started years ago.
No, and that's what I was saying was I think that's why it's so attractive to Kirk as well, and that's the leverage we have over other teams.
Sure.
Shanahan is here, and it's I think Kirk realizes that we're starting from the bottom, and I think there's less pressure, and also the money too. I mean, dude, oh my God, I didn't even get into the fact that we released Torrey and Bethea. Those are two of our biggest contracts.
Sure. Sure. So the 49ers it's a very intelligent operation, Tony. Have you noticed that? Everything is sort of fitting together and making sense. That's what I'm watching. And, that's why I know we're going to lose. I don't know. How do you feel about losing, of course, Ahmad Brooks? You got to figure cash-wise, it makes sense to say goodbye to him, too. What is it, a $9 million hit?
Brooks, the same guy's Ahmad.
Yeah, I just got it. I don't know what maybe put that vowel in the wrong place, but yeah.
No, dude. Like I think we talked a bit about it before. Tremaine, Ahmad. Who else is old? Staley's gonna stay because you need those veteran guys,
especially on the offensive line. I wouldn't touch the offensive line. Yeah, and that too. Exactly.
Yeah, move. If worst comes to worst, kick Staley over to right tackle, and maybe draft a left tackle, or maybe see if Trent Brown can handle it. But I think, dude, the older guys are marked men. Will Hoyt's probably gone.
I don't think. You know what? Some of those guys, I don't even think they're talking to them. They said goodbye, and instead of jumping on ceremony, the 49ers just said nothing and didn't call them back. I think most of those guys that their contracts ran out, they just said, all right, just make sure you clean up. Well, don't worry. Well, if you don't want to clean out your locker, we'll send you your stuff. It's no big deal. All right, goodbye. I think that was it.
Hadn't thought of it.
You don't need to talk to people whose contracts ran out. I don't think they said a word to Blaine Gabbert. And some of those other guys at contracts, Thaddeus Lewis. I don't know how they feel about last year's preseason dynamo. Christian Ponder, but I know the guys that contracts ran out, they just let them go. They didn't say anything. That list is long. When you get a chance, look at all those names, Tony. We gained so many positions from those guys leaving because their contracts ran out. It's hilarious. It's like we've got a gap now that we got to fill. So,
yeah, we have you're right. No, we have this huge void.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually going to be a lot of draft picks and UDFAs, and hopefully guys like I'm glad we got Earl. I still think we got a couple more to come. I wouldn't go too crazy in free agency, but Ronbo, what do you think Kirk's contract is going to look like? And do you think Parag will do his magical
he will.
Manipulation juju on the like putting stuff into signing bonus or putting it into like roster bonuses and stuff like that?
It sounds like a Tom Brady contract. Is it Tom, we're going to pay you, you get $10 million annually, but we're going to put this bonus in here of $250 million. So I always said, these are the things that people don't understand about these signings. And some of these quarterbacks are coming in being greedy. It's just stupid. If the organization likes you, you'll get paid. Stop screaming about your annual salary or your 4-year package. And I could put some incentive deals on Kirk Cousins' package. It would make him one of the most highest paid men in NFL history. But your base is going to start, Kurt, at $23.5. But here's what's going to happen. You can go out there and make it happen. That's all you got to do. And you just, every category, if you come in with your shoes shined, you get X amount of dollars for that. If you throw more than one touchdown a game, you get X amount of dollars for that. I just go on and on before Kirk Cousins is making a ridiculous amount of money every game if he's having good games. And that's how you make a player bust ass. I don't understand why this isn't just widespread around the league. And it may be to some degree.
And that's what I like about Parag is he puts in contract incentives. You're not just going to get all the money.
Sure.
He puts in the incentives, so that's definitely a good thing.
Because you want to help that cap. I don't want you blasting my cap to pieces, but you're still going to get paid. And does it matter to you how you get paid? That would be my bottom line. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Makes all the sense in the world. Well, Tom?
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. Tony, what else you want to add?
Oh, did you see that Walken skit?
Just as you call, and I got a Christopher Walken. Hey, what, Tony? What's the name of that skit again? Because I don't want to search too long. I want to be. Go ahead. Saturday Night Live.
It's like if you just. I promise, if you just look up Christopher Walken and put in the word cowbell.
Cowbell. That's the key word. I just needed cowbell. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, I was going to say send me a link, but this is easy. I go cowbell. All right. I'm going to do it as soon as I get through because I'm telling you, I'm a huge Christopher Walken fan, as I already told you. Tony, come on back tomorrow, man. Be back, okay?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, bro. Have a good night. Let me see some of the things on the chat, and I just want to I got to address a few things before we say goodbye. Michael Sabrius says, Siberius? Yeah, it's Siberius. How would you get Kirk, though, or what would we trade for him? See, that's the thing that they won't tell us. So this is what Tony and I were just talking about. They're being so covert. It's like a big secret meeting going on somewhere. I can see these guys sitting in some dark cave with one lamp. All right, is everybody here? All right, listen. Don't take this outside until we get through doing things, because first of all, this is illegal. We're not supposed to do this. But Kirk, here's what we're offering. All right. Where is, has anybody seen Scott? Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and continue with this deal, and let's get this done, guys. I mean, you and I both know that both of us want to get this done. And I got to see that. And then a little thing somehow leak out, and then you get some version of the truth. So, we got to wait. And I imagine tomorrow it may even advance beyond where it is today. All we know is 95% done deal. What does that mean? Who knows, right? So anything else? Let me see if anything else I can see real quick here. Paul Jones says we really don't need free agency until we rebuild the team. Then we bring in the exotic players to take us over the hump. But Paul, that's not the plan. As a matter of fact, John made it very clear that he wants to be able to address as many needs as possible in free agency so that during the draft, they're not forced to draft for need. They want to get the best players available. So that's John's going the other direction. And I know what you're saying. A lot of people do that. But no, we're not the Green Bay Packers. We are certainly not the Patriots that do all their building through the draft. The 49ers are going to go the route where you start plugging the players you can where you can through free agency. And then, of course, as I say, the draft, you pick out the best player at the time. All right. Also, Ian French says the rumor is a couple of draft picks for him. And that sounds about right. All right. Parker 29 Productions, Terrelle Pryor is ours. What do you think? Parker 29, have you heard something that I haven't heard? I can't wait to get off the line so I can go find out what you guys are talking about. Oh, and the Black Knight, Ronbo, what do you think of O.J. Howard? Okay, hold on, guys. I got it. Okay. O.J. Howard, I think he's fantastic. Complete logic, Jarvis is staying in Miami. And D.T. Cato, you had to get me started, don't you? I'm sitting here at home and I'm watching my old club and do some of the things. I just want everybody to know that these are sort of pretty much the concepts I was going to go toward this season. I think I was treated unfairly, and now that it's unofficial, I can tell you right now I'm not happy with how things turned out at San Francisco. I love that team. And as you know, I loved Uxie. Jed York and I were the best of buddies. In fact, I feel responsible for him being where he is right now. But if you think that team wasn't going to be fantastic this year, I may have not picked up Kyle Shanahan, but I'm sure we would have been satisfied with the results of next year. So I just want you to know, those of you that have hated me like you have, well, you can all go to hell, and I'll find my way around the NFL at some other date. We'll be back to kick the 49ers' ass. I love doing some Trent Baalke. Hey, listen, we'll be back because there's going to be more developments tomorrow, and you know this. Same time, 7 p.m. Just have a good old night. Keep it red and gold, baby. Niners!